Okay, now might I just say, those are some very, very high hanging clouds. Look how they're totally above the airplane. And now in Southern California, we've got not only low hanging clouds, but like the ones that I showed you in the video from before, the video that's right before this one, that's about 3 some odd minutes long. Not only are they totally low hanging clouds, but they come down and encroach the little hills that I showed you in that other video. Hills, not mountains, hills. This is something that as a child I only saw when I was living in Austria. And those were mountains. Those were like Alps. So this is really weird. So this is a still from Lost. And I kind of wanted to get into that with you. I'm going to have this discussion with Oscar the Wonder Cat. He's so annoyed at me. He's so annoyed at me because I keep following him around and trying to sing him Carpenter songs. Like just cheesy love songs. But anyway, so I had this sort of idea. Oh my God, look at you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon mist in your hair and golden starlight in your eyes of blue. I know! It's amazing! Anyway, that's actually another Mandela song for me as well. Because the way that I just sang it in Golden, well, if you could call that singing, I know it's not really in my range. But the way that I just sang it, I always remember the lyrics, on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon mist in your hair and golden starlight in your eyes of blue. Apparently, come to find out, and this is probably my dumbass just not listening to the song correctly, and you agree, don't you, Oscar? This is my cat, Oscar, for those of you who don't know. He's so adorable. I'm in love and obsessed with him, and he is just like, why do you keep following me around, woman? Why do you keep trying to get pictures of me? Why do you keep putting me in your Mandela effect videos when I have no idea and no clue and do not care? But anyway, oh, what was I saying? So basically, I always thought that those were the lyrics. And it turns out that they are not. So come to find out, it's actually sprinkled moon dust in your hair. And, oh shoot, now I forget what Anyway, if you look it up online, you'll see it. But it was just so weird because I always thought that I had heard it that way. And I looked it up online and it was actually... she said moon dust for the first chorus, and then she said moon mist for the second chorus. I think moon mist is prettier, because moon dust just sounds weird. But anyway, the thing that I wanted to get to regarding Lost, again, because Lost, as much as I disliked the ending of the show, it's just a show that constantly gets me thinking. So, the thing that Lost gets me thinking about is... the whole fact, and this is, I'm going to give you a spoiler alert because this is me telling you how the story ends. So they're all in purgatory. And it just kind of got me thinking, especially with all this simulation talk, which I really don't think that we're in a simulation. I don't like to think that way. And I'm surprised that so many of my Christian friends like really embrace the idea, or Christian conspiratorial YouTube video makers. I'm just kind of surprised by that they think that they just embrace the idea that we're in a simulation. But lately it got me thinking, especially ever since Donald Trump got elected president and this, that, and the other. And who knows, maybe we've already had a nuclear war. I mean, look at what happened on the island in Hawaii, and the island whose name is escaping me at the moment. But look what happened back in January. I think it was January 13th. That false alarm and that missile going off. And all these different stories about, oh, well, you know, people were in the Coast Guard and they were giving alerts and they were hearing explosions. And then other people were saying it was a false alarm. And it got me thinking, like, what if that was all, what if all those things happened? And what if, oh, Oahu, that's the island's name. What if the whole thing was a convergence of universes? What if a whole bunch of different timelines just came together on that day, and maybe we did all die, and maybe this is one big purgatory, or maybe the whole earth is one big purgatory. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's like totally the same as the people in Lost. What if this is life between the afterlife? Or what is it? Life between life and life after life. What if our life is that? Because Donald Trump being elected president did not make sense. And so many things in this new life, in a lot of ways, knock on wood, seem kind of better and a little bit easier, but in other ways, it's just the same old hamster wheel. And sometimes I just think that this is full on purgatory because there is a certain problem in my life that I have just not been able to figure out. And I swear to God, everyone else has figured out this thing except me. And I feel like I'm on this total hamster wheel about it. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on with fate? It's just like a never-ending cycle. So I just had that thought, and I just think it's no coincidence that Lost was also shot on Oahu, and Oahu was where they had the big nuclear event back in January, where all of the universes collided, just as this plane is colliding in its own line of, wow, do you see how there's that big sort of trail behind it, but not like a chemtrail, like a parallel universe trail, like it's coming out of a parallel universe. It's really, really fascinating. See, this is where my mind goes on a Friday night. Anyway, guys, that's about it. I guess I don't really have that much more to say, but just my mind got deep, baby. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk soon.